Okay, welcome everybody to PokerSesh. Hope you guys are enjoying the misfits there. Let's see. All right, we got a call here. 954, you're on PokerSesh.
Hi, it's Jaclynn.
Hey, Jaclynn, how you doing?
Good.
Thank you so much for calling in tonight. I don't know if you heard me admonishing my audience.
I heard, and I laughed, and then I thought, I think maybe it might be a good time to call in.
I told the audience, to not embarrass me with my guest on. And so sometimes before the guest comes on, I have to have a little chat with them in private because they're like a bunch of animals. We're going to take live calls later in the show.
Sure.
And
I'm used to the animals. Okay. I play live poker like 5 days a week, so
right.
I'm very well versed in it, in how it works.
And you hosted or currently host a private game as well, so you really know.
I know how it all works. Indeed, it is an interesting industry.
Yes, it's a very interesting industry. We'll get into everything. I mean, believe me, this is going to be a wide-ranging conversation.
Okay.
And it's because I'm actually a big fan of your work. I actually am. I mean, I read an art. I don't know what you know about this, but I mean, we've been like Twitter followers, whatever that fuck that means.
Right. Yes. You must have you said something that made me laugh, and then I followed you, and then I think I found out we shared some common thoughts on some things.
Right. And I've read your piece. Now, are you a psychologist or a psychiatrist?
I went through medical school, so I'm a medical doctor.
Okay.
I was training to be a psychiatrist, so that I would be prescribing medication, but I actually do not practice.
Okay.
I volunteer as faculty at a med school, so I give them some hours so that my degree is not completely useless, and I'm giving back a little bit.
So I just asked that because my wife is a psychologist, so I have some knowledge of this.
Okay.
And I read one of your articles that you wrote where you sort of went through some different studies, and I found it like really, really interesting. You had gone through different studies that had been done on poker, many of which I had never heard of. They're from like fucking Europe, a bunch of Europe.
Right.
But they were super interesting.
I'm a big dork, so what happened was, this was like 3 summers ago.
Right.
I went out to the WSOP for the cash games. I was in my room one day, decided I need a day off of poker, and what does a dork do on a day off of poker? So I was like, I wonder if I type in poker into like a medical journal search engine, if there's ever been studies done on poker players.
Right.
And I did that, and I found some, and I figured since I hadn't known about them, other people probably didn't know about them, so I thought I'd write an article about it.
I found one of them particularly interesting, so maybe we'll start there. I mean, I don't. Does the audience need a bio? She's a professional poker player. She plays cash games. I mean, the bio's sort of lame, don't you think? Not your bio, not your bio in particular, but just all poker player bios are lame, right?
Oh, of course. But I mean, I'm a step above lame because I don't play tournaments, so I specify that I'm a cash game player.
No, you're many steps above lame, and that's why you're on the PokerSesh. Hello. But anyway, I got tons of calls in the queue. Everybody, 854-856, all you guys 909 in the queue. Don't call right now. We're not going to do calls right now. The last thing I need, because they're going to like completely take me off my game. And
let's stay in your game.
We're staying on my game here. All right. So callers, I'll tell you when to call, you fuckers. Don't call now. I'm not answering.
He's not fucking answering, guys.
I'm not answering. So just quit. But they persist. It's persistent. Like, they don't fucking listen. That's why I know as soon as I take a call, it's going to be like fucking ample bosoms. But anyway, the study that I was most interested in, and let's get your take on this, was the one that said that when people think that they're being watched, they tilt more. Do you want to give a quick outline of that?
Sure. I don't think that study was like necessarily the most. It wasn't the best study design. It wasn't a huge like group of people done on that or the subjects, and there's like lots of other reasons I didn't think it was the best study, but it was still a study and it's still data. So is it true that people tilt more when they're being watched? Maybe. The researchers, they did a study where they had people answering some poker questions where they had to like calculate their EV in certain situations, and I think in some of the situations they had a pair of fake eyes like following the cursor.
Right.
And those people performed. They didn't perform as well as those that didn't have the creepy fake eyes following them. So.
Right.
So that's a little bit of data that might point towards perhaps tilt being exacerbated by
this is the why I agree that maybe the study was poorly structured and it's not peer reviewed, or
I have to say all these things because I'm an obnoxious faculty member at a medical school, so it comes with the title.
I know this stuff. I know. It probably, it was not statistically significant. The sample size wasn't large. All this stuff, right? Okay. But I, as a host of, you've been on televised poker shows. Well Dog just subscribed. You've been on televised poker shows. I've been on televised poker shows.
Sure.
I've hosted many televised poker shows. I don't know if you've actually commentated on poker shows before.
That I have not done, because I don't have a tournament track record, so how could I know anything? Go on.
I guarantee you that my tournament track record is shorter than yours, 100%. My what's it called, Hendon Mob, is one.
I don't have one.
I have one tournament from 2004. You have less than that?
I win.
I have one.
We should have propped at this.
Oh my God! I've never met somebody who's been in the game for a long time who has less than me. I have one tournament from 2004. That's my entire Hendon Mob.
Right.
But what I was going to say is, through my time on these poker shows, I have realized that people tilt harder when they are on quote unquote television than when they are not on television, because I play with the same people off the show as who play on the show, and they do tilt harder.